Guys, welcome back to the Matt Chat Podcast. We're here, the podcast, part 3 of the coronavirus nonsense. Paul Ciotto, Frank Ciotto, Christopher Shea, the Red Man.
Thank you.
Peter Oberk. We will continue. Before I begin, again, like, share, subscribe to the YouTube channel. We appreciate all the support. Keep it coming. I think that, again, there's so many different angles and directions you can go with this, right?
I think we should. I'm going to read some of the headlines for today.
Sure.
Is that okay with you?
Yeah.
Sorry to cut you off.
No, it's fine.
So here's some of today's top headlines.
Should I comment after you say each one?
Yeah.
Or you guys can elaborate.
Wait,
on
give us
whatever you
five.
want.
Just
I'm gonna
read
it. Ready? Mm-hmm. So today's breaking news at this hour: America faces a new normal as coronavirus outbreak shows no sign of slowing down. Second story: the nation's second largest school district, which is Los Angeles, is closing beginning Monday. Third, Louisiana becomes the first primary state to postpone its primaries. Trump under pressure to announce new steps to speed up the virus testing. And then finally, the coronavirus and your job. What the boss can and can't make you do.
Here's what's crazy, and here's why I asked him to do that.
Sure.
I forget where it was. I should have doubled down on it, but there was actually an article this morning that stated that there's a company in Europe that found, or I think Japan, that has a treatment for it. Whatchamacallit?
Vaccine.
Vaccine for it. Yet that those are your headlines. So there's vaccine right now, even if it's possible. It's not. It's confirmed vaccine.
Right.
They believe they have the vaccine. You would think that's somewhere higher on the line. Instead, it's new normal. Yeah. It's fear. But go ahead. You would start with what you were saying.
No, I kind of like that.
It doesn't fit the agenda.
Yeah.
But if there was a new vaccine, don't you think the stock
It'd
market
be the first thing that they should be talking about.
right through the roof?
It should be the only thing that they're talking about.
I'm just saying, it's just
Not the first, the only.
He's right.
Are you
But this
being
is chicken.
legit?
But this is yeah. I don't know. There was an article. I mean, Google the article. Possible vaccine.
Yeah.
Correct me if I'm wrong. That's the great thing about Google now and smartphones and
Yeah, adults can't lie to their kids about things they think they know that they really don't know. That's what I hate about it.
Google possible vaccine for corona.
The Japanese, you said?
I think something like that. I saw a
I
quick.
wouldn't be surprised. They're
Someone
fucking
else
smart
like an
as
alert
hell.
on my
They're
fucking phone.
smart.
They're fucking smart.
And it's just like I don't.
I think that while Peter's trying to find that, I think that the one thing that has struck very deep home to me, and it lends to some of my bias and some of my passion, I'm the first one to admit it, is like they canceled my nephew's baseball season. You know, my nephew's baseball season was canceled yesterday.
And this is his final year, too, I'm pretty sure.
I don't know about that.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, if it is or it is not, they canceled his season. What about the kids that it is their final season, the seniors, whatever the case may be? Okay?
Well, Paul, it's better than them dying.
I know.
It's better than them dying.
Yeah, right. Dying. But what they've done with the NCAAs, okay? What they've done with pro sports, what they've done with, it's like, really?
And with the NCAAs,
State.
here's an interesting thought. I've been seeing this all over the place. With the NCAAs, they're trying to get everybody a new eligibility so that they can continue the
That's
next
great.
year.
They should.
But here's the thing, you can't do it. And I'll tell you why you can't do it. Think about all the scholarships. All this money has already been allotted. They're expecting these seniors to graduate. That money opens up for these new freshmen. So now what happens? Now all these kids that were promised, where are they going to find money? If all these kids that were promised
What do you mean
scholarships,
where
They're
they're
going to find money.
dude, I'm telling
What do
you.
you mean where they're going to
Some of
find
these
the
smaller
money?
D1 schools, they don't have the money.
Let me tell you something. I can tell you that I know first-hand
You
information.
default it, dude.
I have first information from a coach from a D1 school right here in our area. They got plenty.
And if they don't,
They have
in
plenty.
this time of
That's it.
situation,
Yeah.
you do what's fucking right for.
Yeah.
You do what's right,
So-
which means you default it. You default it. For the kid that missed out on the season, you say, hey, next year,
We got you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What have you already graduated? What classes are you going to take?
fucking, I don't care. Hey, dude,
don't care if it's basket weaving.
Yeah, for seriously.
To be honest with you.
Find something that you like.
I don't think kids are going to put their whole life on hold for this.
You don't.
They're going to have to. They got to.
What's the minimum? So again, this is a special circumstance where you go. There's a minimum amount of credits you have to take to be an NCAA
right.
athlete.
Right.
For Joe Blow, because he was part of the 2020 fucking scandal, he's not going to have to.
The 2020 scandal.
Whatever
I love
it.
it. It's a scandal. That's exactly right.
It is a scandal.
Seriously though, look, if it's here, you're fucked anyway. You're fucked anyway. You're done.
Here goes my teaser.
I don't care.
My teaser's
I don't
fucked.
care.
My teaser's fucked.
That's right. Now you play it just like that. If it's here, we're all done already. Period. Period.
Ooh, did I just get you
You
going now?
did. If it's already here, we're done. Period. Oh, it's just going to slow down the spread. Okay. Groups less than 150 or 100. Okay. You're still taking somebody from point A, dipping in the brush in the water, going here and dipping and dipping. It's still going to propagate. We're going to be slower. Okay, so we're going to die slower is what you're saying. Oh, it's terrible. Everybody's going to die, so everybody don't move. Okay, fine. But if we keep groups less than this amount, we'll die slower. That's all you're saying. That's all you're saying. If it's really that serious. If the bubonic plague, no, excuse me, if Ebola came to the United States and didn't go crazy.
There's your teaser right there.
God, and Ebola is not even on the same level as this is of holy shit, man. Like
Big version of Little Richard.
I can't, like the stupidity rap, like what he was saying, the sheep thing, it drives me nuts. Like I try to stay contained, but I don't have an explanation for why people are so.
Well, I think because the norm in society has become this, let's all get along shit. Let's kumbaya, it's better to be nice all the time. Nice guys finish last. And I hate to say this, but it's the truth. In this situation, you being too nice is going to get you last.
And think about it. Some of those hot women, they like the bad boys.
You think about trying to rise above this, right? You got to make some real decisions, okay, about what it's going to take to win. All right? And it's win as a society. And if you have too many sheep running around thinking it's okay to just keep taking it on the chin, you're never going to rise above it. And to circle back to what I was saying, just to your point about the NCAAs, the both of you, regardless of what they're going to do or how they're going to do it, they should have the option. They should say, all right, I can come back next year. However which way that happens, I still can come back. If I opt to, yes. If I opt to not, great. But I have that option.
Make no mistake, I voted for it.
I have
so
that
I
year,
agree with you.
I have that. I have that option regardless of what's going on. So, listen. I'll comment on the CIAC in Connecticut, which is one of the most horrible organizations in the state for sports across the board. Forget about them canceling all the championships and whatnot. They run that organization like it's the CIA.
Really?
Yes, they do.
Yeah, they do. That's right. They do.
Burp in my face and
They
then blow in
run
my
like
face? Nasty motherfucker. Nasty.
How are you even saying that about me? I'm listening to Paul.
So go ahead, please forgive me.
You had to interrupt him. He had a good thought.
This is when you want social distancing.
So anyway, don't look at me. Look at the camera.
Right here, Shay.
That CIAC is run like the CIA. It's run like this, like the Secret Service. I have my own personal experiences with them, and as far as how they do things, how they come to decisions, how they discipline, how they make decisions. It's a horrible organization. Horrible. Okay? And I'm using them as an example and template as to if you have too many of the CIACs running around making decisions,
You're in trouble.
that's why they had thousands of people out in front of their headquarters screaming, "We want to play." They took nothing into account. Okay, there hasn't been this mass problem in the state of Connecticut with the virus. Okay, they have shown quarantines don't work. Okay, that's statistical fact, right? It's the sheep making the decisions again. Stupid sheep making the decisions again. And what happens? And they want to know why the responses are emotional. Why are they emotional? Because you're not thinking. You're not doing what's best. You're not pushing through. You're not rising above it and getting the results you want. And those results are let them play. Okay, remember in Bad News Bears when they stopped the game, right, in Astro Stadium? Remember they were playing, right? And the pros came out and they let the kids play. And then on the big screen, they go, let them play, let them play. The right decision was made.
And my thing is, if this is, I'm about to die, you know what I want to do?
Which you love doing. Okay? So think about that. It took 2 pro baseball players to come. I know I'm being satirical because it's the movie.
No, but
they came out and like, let the kids play, but wait. Okay? It's their dream. They're here in Astro Stadium playing a Little League championship, whatever it was. And what happens? Play ball. You rise above it. You do what you're supposed to do. You don't let hysteria and nonsense pull you down.
And dictate.
And dictate? Okay? Again, we're not dealing with the fucking, with the Black Death, the bubonic plague. We're not dealing with that. Stop acting like we are. You have hurt and shattered the dreams of thousands of kids and athletes without coming up with a solution. Now, part of that solution is, okay, we'll give them the other year eligibility, which I think they all should get. But you should be working on something now. And saying, hey, fuck this. We're going to make sure they can play. We're going to make sure they can vie for their championships. We're going to make sure, listen, it affected us directly that our boys couldn't wrestle in the New England's. Got canceled. Done. All right? All right? Am I okay with it because it's a youth thing? Yeah. All right? Would I wish we could do it? Of course. I'm all right with it because it's a youth thing. But still, it's the pinnacle of the youth championships. All right? They did. He asked me, he goes, you think they're going to? No, they're not going to move it. Because why? Because if one place said no, they can't go to a neighboring state and say, well, they canceled it because of fear of X, so do you mind if you guys do it?
You're not assuming the liability.
Because if they do,
they're
and
not
something
liability.
happens,
They
the
fear the liability.
fucking lawsuit that would happen, forget about it.
So it wasn't going to happen no matter how much we wished it would. All right? And what does it do? It goes back to what I'm talking about. The compounding of bad decisions after bad decision after bad decision. All right? And instead of saying, hey, let's find a solution. Let's not go hide under a rock and hope that it's going to go away at some point. You know, that's really what bothers me. It bothers me that, again, I am in line with Frank completely with the manipulation, how you're so easily manipulated. That for all of the power that the World Wide Web gives you as far as information is concerned,
We're so stupid.
You choose not to find the right information.
I've said it all the time. We
Yeah.
live in the world of it. We live in the age of
Information society, right?
We live in the age of information with a bunch of idiots.
Yes.
Smartphones for stupid people.
It's can't say any better than that. You know, it becomes yes, Peter, you have something.
I Googled possible vaccines, so the first things that come up is possible side effects from vaccines.
Oh.
You know,
I'm gonna make a
Nothing about the
Autism.
coronavirus, but nothing about the
Well, I have
coronavirus.
to go down a lot. The vaccine safety, then it says here, coronavirus vaccine. Why will it take so long, question mark. Another one, human trials for coronavirus vaccine could begin within a few weeks, top U.S. officials
There you
say.
go.
HIV vaccines.
There you go, though.
There you go.
But think about what you just said. Trials for vaccines can start within a few weeks, which means they have a
Hope.
vaccine.
It's called hope.
That they're but that means that they have a vaccine that
I
they're
believe
testing.
they have one too.
So why wouldn't you be why wouldn't you come out and
Because
say,
it
hey,
doesn't fit their agenda.
But that's
an
what
agenda of hope.
but-
We want to have an agenda of fuck Trump. That's the reality.
But that's
When
what we're trying to say.
I agree. And that's why it's buried under 10 other headlines.
If you notice too, to add to what Peter read on that, if you ever when you're watching TV and they're advertising a new medication, though you notice how it'll be a person running through a field,
Oh,
right?
yeah.
And they're running and they're happy and they're healthy.
It's
and all of a
sunny
sudden,
and-
and then all of a sudden, the disclaimer
effects.
happens,
Yeah.
and the guy and the narrator goes, some side effects may include your eyes will fall out, your nose will collapse, your teeth will turn brown, you will shit your pants,
You die.
and you may die.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah, you may
it doesn't
develop
make a
cancer.
difference what it is. So like.
And sudden death.
Yeah, it's sudden death. Right. But it doesn't make a difference what it's for. It happens with every medication for every possible ailment that it may be that supposedly can treat you for. So for you to read 5 points and then finally get to the meat and potatoes is not of any surprise to me. It goes back to the sheep mentality again, and the enabling mentality, and the narrative mentality,
And
you know.
And the agenda, most importantly.
What controls the order of of how things pop up in Google. I don't even know.
Well,
It's
listen, you
SEOs
got a
and-
bunch of liberals like Zuckerberg and whoever the other liberal is that runs Google. Listen, that's where it comes from. You know, that's where it comes from. So there's your answer. You know, you don't want to put out the best possible information. You want to put out the information that aligns with your agenda, like Chris said.
There's no news source. Just like in our government, there's red and blue. There's no news source that's giving you three sides.
No,
And what I mean by three sides is there's no one who's going, this is the extreme on one, this is the extreme to the left, and here's somewhere in the happy
middle,
medium of,
right.
of reality. And here's the information, judge for yourself, but when you look at it, here's what you're looking at. And that's what, like, today and the past 3 episodes, what I was really trying to convey is that, you know, they create a situation and your option is to either freak out or double down on your bubble, when the reality is you just need to stay the course.
Right.
You know, stay the course.
right.
Ask yourself if what you're doing is reactionary, or is it really what's happening around you? That's why I'm saying, like, your cousin, your brother, your neighbor bleeding out of their ears, you're stepping over bodies. I get it. I get it. You're not. And instead of a country coming down and saying, hey, look, death toll wise, the disease, the virus is spreading. Absolutely. It's like a flu-like virus, so on and so forth. Deaths are rising, but on a scale compared to other viruses that we've been concerned of, here's where it pales. Right? Now, whether you feel it's necessary for you to rush out and go grab a bunch of toilet paper, that's up to you. In my opinion, if this is what we've seen in the past, and that was the death toll, which is greater, and we didn't have to do any of that, I would say you can feel comfortable not having to rush out. But people are afraid to have themselves held accountable to make statements like that. So they let shit like this propagate, and people run around in fear.
It's fear-mongering.
But then the only person who is saying something positive, like, and I get it, the guy can be outlandish sometimes or inaccurate, they shit all over him, which is the president.
Right. Well, he's out. What they shit on is the belief in himself and what he does. He has a complete belief in everything he does, and that's why he's been successful.
But anybody who is successful doesn't. No, anybody who's successful is not running around going, I'm going to suck today.
No.
I'm going to suck today.
You're right.
I'm going to
Yeah.
fail today.
Yeah,
I'm not going
right.
to be successful today. I'm not going to make any sales. I'm not going to make a difference. I'm not going to make a change. I mean, what the...
If you win in anything in your life, it's because you have a firm 100% belief that you believe in yourself first above anything else. Period. So, again, it goes into the society, and again, the kumbaya, and that we're all one. No, we're not all one. We're one as a human race. We were not all one as it concerns intelligence, ability, physicality, physical prowess, mental ability, etc., etc. We're not. That's why certain people do certain things and certain jobs. And nobody's job is more important than the other. But there's a reason why those people are CEOs. Those people are doctors. Those people are lawyers. Those people run unions. Those people are whatever. Just put a title in front of it. Okay?
Achievers.
Achievers. Being the best you can be where you're at is what counts. But also knowing your scope. Knowing your scope. Knowing where you are your best and how you can contribute to a positive outcome for everybody by being the best you can be. That's what it comes down to. That's what it comes down to. And that's the message for me with this nonsense and this virus. Be the best you can be. Live your life. Okay?
Live well.
Live well. Don't be a sheep. I know some of you out there are professional sheep.
Be hard
and I feel bad for you.
Be hard to kill.
Yeah. I really feel bad for you. If you're a professional sheep, I feel bad for you. If you are one of these people that, jump on your town pages on social media and cry the blues with one another and everything else, all right, I guess you are one of the sheep. The problem is this. We can't have too many of them. And most importantly, we can't have the sheep running the media. And that's been the problem. Period.
Well, guys, I want to say this. First and foremost, to the people in my community around me, Oxford and Connecticut, that haven't been freaking out, that are walking around in the grocery stores like human beings, that aren't emptying shelves. We see you, and I appreciate
We applaud you.
and I thank you. for letting me know that there are other people out there in the world that have a brain and that aren't just buying into it. So thank you for that. For all of you who watch the show, like, share, subscribe, we appreciate all your support. We definitely want to hear about what you're experiencing and what you're going through and your thoughts on the topic matter. Again, check us out on YouTube, check us out on Instagram, check us out on Facebook. Like, share, subscribe. For the Matt Chat Podcast, Frank Ciato, Paul Ciato, fucking Chris Shea,
Be
and
healthy,
producer extraordinaire.
be healthy, be safe, and God bless.
God bless. Stay well, guys.